Good afternoon, shalom, я вас вітаю. Welcome to today's live stream. My name is Alina Miropolsky, and this is my channel about my professional interests, about coaching, decision-making processes, spiritual practices, and positive psychology. Today I want to discuss a topic that I'm not sure will be super relevant and interesting to my clients and potential clients, but I think it can be pretty interesting and useful for coaches, especially coaches that only are starting their career, maybe just taking their first coaching course or considering to become a coach. Also, I believe that it can be beneficial and interesting for clients and potential clients because I think it can help you to make more educated decision when you're choosing a coach of your liking to work on this or another problem or issue or idea or goal you want to. So I'm a decision-making and career coach that uses spiritual and holistic approaches in my practice a lot. And I have experience working independently, like being self-employed. I worked in a non-profit and currently I work as a government employee. And I want to share some experiences and how I personally feel it, and maybe it will make sense to you. And if you're a coach, please write me in the comments below your experience and your opinion about those things. So let's go about pros and cons of each of this. So let's talk about the positives of being self-employed. I think the first and the most important thing that I like that I am the coach that people choose to be their coach, to work with them. For this or other reasons, they made a research on the market and they picked me over others. So I believe that there is more probability, like more chance that there is like a good connection, a click between us, that it's at some point like easier building a rapport. And there is something that they like about me, that they find that we can be a good team to work together to achieve their goals or to make decision or to discuss and learn about some things together. So I think it's a huge plus that I really like about my private practice and my private clients. Another thing that clients are very motivated and interested in those meetings. They were thinking about different things, they maybe tried something before, they made a decision that this is what they want to do. They want to work with a coach, they want to solve something, they are motivated to get this support. This is absolutely their decision, it's completely voluntary, and this is very important and makes the job very pleasant. Third thing, I think, for me is that I can be more creative, I can use more spiritual practices, I can use more alternative things. There are less like limits of specific programs, specific rules, much less paperwork than being employed in a non-profit or government role. So I feel that there is much more place for creativity, for being really creative, search very unique approach for each client, and I've really enjoyed it working as a self-employed. The negatives of being self-employed is that you need to be in a permanent search of clients. You need to think how to advertise yourself. You need to have these conversations with potential clients that are kind of job interviews, and clients come with a lot of suspicion, with a lot of doubt. Some of them, of course not all of them. Some clients are not coming with it, I mean like the negative parts of it, that some clients are not sure what coach they need. Some clients are trying to have a tricky conversation when you will give them an answer during your like welcome meeting. Some clients are very much afraid that you will not provide them the needed support. Other potential clients are coming with an idea that if it's their pain, you will solve their problem, you will find the solution for them, you will tell them exactly what to do. And of course, this is not what coaching is about, and also psychology shouldn't be about it. We never provide like ABC plan what other person should do. It's a collaborative process where we discuss things and the client is making their educated decision with our support, knowledge, tools, etc. And also another thing that I find hard in private practice, it's when we need additional session or sessions. For example, if it's a career coaching, to practice more for a job interview, because I see that it's not an easy topic for this client. They need more practice. And every session costs money. And saying it to a client, some client, yeah, I feel that I need one more session or 5 more sessions or 3 more sessions, let's go for it. And some clients, oh, and how much what it's gonna cost, and I wasn't planning that I will have 2 sessions or 3 sessions about job interview practice, and it goes to very strange directions sometimes. Rarely, but it does happen. And also I'm feeling a little bit less comfortable telling clients that they need additional session or sessions when each session is for pay, when clients are paying me directly. So this is something that I want to tell in short about being self-employed. So there are very positive things and there are some negative things that are making this pretty hard thing to do. And also it's not normative hours of work. Sometimes you need to answer emails on a weekend, and sometimes you need to do extra things because you need to have a response and conversations with potential clients. So there are a lot of things around it that are not exactly like coaching itself that I enjoy less, let's say. Let's continue. I don't want this video to be too long. Again, I'm talking about it in very general. I cannot go to it very explicit details because it will be like hours and hours of talk. But let's jump a little bit about non-profit, working in a non-profit. So what I liked working in a non-profit, that non-profits always have a mission, and I found a non-profit that I like their mission. I liked the department I worked. It was a refugee department. I joined them when the war in Ukraine started, and I was born in Ukraine. I was a teenager when my family left to Israel, but still Ukraine has a very special place in my heart. And I felt this drive to support this refugee department in this difficult time of war. And I found it a very meaningful, important job that I was thanking God that I'm able to help and support refugees from Ukraine and from Haiti. Those were main categories I worked with. Mostly with Ukrainians because I speak the language, but also I had some Haitian clients. My other colleagues had clients from Afghanistan and from other countries, and it's really inspiring and important job that I really am grateful to the universe that led me to this role, and I worked there for a year and a half, and it was really important mission for me to participate in. The good thing is you never need to talk to a client about additional session as something they need to pay for, because it's a non-profit. All services are provided for them are free for them. so there is no worry that this client need one more or two more sessions about decision making process, or about, I don't know, job interviews, or about anything else actually, that I was feeling free to schedule one more meeting and to meet with the client because it's needed. Also, nonprofit provided some resources that we could help clients with some additional things, not only coaching, for example, to refer them to a team that supports with housing, or in some cases to provide a free refurbished laptop to clients in need. It was very nice. Um, the negative aspect of this is that while some clients were really waiting and searching, were eager to work with a career coach, um, others were like referred by their resettlement agency or from DTA. This is an office that provides financial support for newcomers, and participating in our program was kind of mandatory for them. It has also pros and cons. The good thing is that I could hold them accountable even if they are not sure they want it. I was still saying like, you are obligated to meet with me and to participate in our program, and we are scheduling weekly meetings and all of this. From another hand, for coach, it's of course not comfortable situation when we're working with a client that is not exactly interested in our services. I would say that more than 60% of my clients were interested in my services. They had questions, they wanted to find jobs, they wanted to make a decision, an educated decision, where they can start their professional journey in United States, and then they wanted the support of job interview preparation, self-esteem, and all those important topics. And it was a pleasure to work with them. While I had some amount of clients that were coming just because they have to, and they had like a little interest. Some of them I felt that even don't want to be employed, but feel not comfortable saying this. Some clients were very anti, like they thought that, like they were not ready to get any information, and they were not interested to get any information from outside. So they didn't have a doubt that maybe I'm in a new country, maybe I don't know something, maybe I should learn something about social norms or about job interviews or about work culture. And it was hard to gain their trust, to build a rapport with them, because they basically didn't wanted it and didn't choose me to be their coach, and some of them even didn't know what is coaching, and it was like explaining them the concept of what is coaching, trying to explain them why it's beneficial for them. And then with many of them it did work, and we had like improvements, and we built a report and we worked together, and then we had a positive result. Some of them even apologized, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that in the beginning I was so suspicious of you. I didn't know who you are. I didn't know what are we doing together. I missed few sessions with you, and now I see how much you're helping me, how much you're supporting me, how knowledgeable you are." And we really became a good team. I need to admit that with some small amount of clients it didn't happen. Like they were missing appointments with me. They were had like very small interests. They thought that I'm just wasting their time, and they could see a, I don't know, TV show instead of spending time with me. And this was a hard and unpleasant experience for me as a coach, because coaching is always coming to support a person that wants some positive change or development in their life. And it was very controversial meetings or sessions for me with a small amount of clients. And of course, paperwork. Let's talk about this. When you work in a non-profit, probably your non-profit is getting grants from somewhere, some government, or some, probably government is the most like asking and requiring the documents, and we need to scan a lot of documents, to do a lot of paperwork, to put things in a database and then put same things in a Word document and then print it and then add it to a folder and then add copies of different documents. And I saw that over time we were doing more and more paperwork, because I started in like COVID times when there was like less paperwork, everything were going to direction of wireless, and I hope that it will stay that way, but it didn't, and this is where it went. So I felt that I'm doing a lot of paperwork that I think an intern can do if it's necessary. But yeah, it's also a negative aspect of working in a non-profit. Government employment. So now I'm a government employee. I'm a career coach, and I'm working with young adults that have some level of disability of different sorts. I enjoy working with young clients. I think it's the youngest category of clients that I have now. It's from 18 to 30. I had some young clients, really young clients, when I worked in a non-profit. I think my youngest client was about like 19 years old, but most of my clients are in their late 20s. Most of them are 30s and 40s. So it's interesting experience for me, is that it recalls me a little bit of time when I worked as an educational consultant in my previous career in Israel. What I enjoy about working with my clients, they are interested to learn. Many of them want to know new things. They are very much going through decision-making processes a lot. So we have a big chunk of time to work on decision-making processes in the current program I'm working with. So I really like it that we are working on decision-making processes about self-esteem and then going to employment part. So I'm more feeling that on this career coach role, I am really working as a decision-making and career coach. So this is something I really do like about it. Also in my current program, that where I'm employed now, I like that we don't have such a strict deadlines as I had in a non-profit, because we had a grant and we needed like to find employment from 3 to 6 months for our clients. And here it's like more a relaxed process, and we can really focus on things the client needs. Maybe they're not ready to job search yet, so this is pretty good. What else I like about this? Again, that I do not need to discuss any financial topics with my clients, and they don't need to pay me for every extra session that they need. For example, if some topic was hard for them, it was hard for them to come to any decisions, they needed like more details and more support from me, we can just schedule one more meeting and no worries about it. It's very important, and I really appreciate it when I'm employed as a coach, both in a non-profit and as a government employee. Let's talk about the negatives, because this video is becoming long. So the negative part is that I know that some of my clients in this program where I'm currently employed are not interested in services. They were just referred to us from some other organizations or their family, for example, parents, and they're trying to understand what is happening. They're kind of feeling that they're obligated to participate, and this is the part that I always do not like about being an employed coach by like some programs that are serving some specific needs. For example, I worked with refugees, now I'm working with young people with disabilities, so we're always serving specific populations that are in need of additional support, but it doesn't mean that they always want the support, if it makes sense. So this part I really do not like. I like to work with people that are interested and motivated to get results, to learn things, to change things, to achieve things. Supporting them is really inspiring, and the communication is good. People are coming on time, they're waiting for the next sessions, they have questions, they're thinking through things. This is really good. So sometimes also when now I'm working as a government employee, I see that not all of my clients are in this mode. Of course, I do have clients that are in this mode and they really appreciate it. Those are clients that are looking for a solution for themselves, that are in tough circumstances. Maybe some of them didn't have a disability and had an accident, something happened to them, their life changed once and forever very drastically, and we are searching for a solution, how to build a career, how to build a self-esteem, a lot of decision-making processes, a lot of very interesting things that I really enjoy. But some of them are not, and this is like a meeting because they're kind of obligated to meet with me. This is something I really do not like. And in this current program where I am employed, I see that part of the job will be more, for some clients I will be only a career coach, which is great. We will be working on the decision-making processes and career choices and stuff like that. But for some other clients, I will also be kind of case manager, and I already got a number of clients that I'm like discussing with them additional things. Some of them I do like the things we're discussing. I'm going more into, for example, I have a client that is very interested in financial education. We're talking about things that are related to budget coaching, and I have I accomplished a course in budget coaching. It was a 6 months course in Open University, a good, expensive, high quality course in a good university, and I really have a lot to share. But with some other clients, I need to discuss like more technical things and basic things that I would prefer to refer them to some other specialists that, for example, can discuss with them things related to housing or other things. And this combination of being, for some clients, also a case manager is not what I was expecting, and it's not exactly what I understood from a job description. And then I see that this is not exactly what I signed for in this matter. So yeah, and I understood talking to my colleagues that in government jobs sometimes you are doing a lot of additional things that are not exactly your role, and I'm not sure for a long run it's something I would love to do, and I need to see where it's going, and I will show what to do and what direction to go. But I hope that I will be able to restore my private part-time at least practice, and focus on working on with clients that are interested to work specifically with me. They are motivated, they know, and they choose to work with a coach. And this is what I'm actually missing during those years that I'm working as employed, as an employee somewhere. So this is my perspective of being a coach, self-employed, a coach that works in a non-profit, and a government employee. Those are all important and interesting experiences. I'm grateful to God, to the universe, for providing me all those opportunities. I know that there are many coaches that never had those opportunities, even if they tried and wanted to, and I got all of them. But in the long run, I would think more being as a self-employed in the future, at least part-time, and then maybe switching to full-time. Something like this. This is more or less the direction I'm thinking about in the long run. So that's pretty all for today. It was a long video, but I hope it was interesting and informative and helped you to think a little bit about what what path of being a coach can be more relevant and interesting for you, what are the pros and the cons. So I hope that it was informative and helpful video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and there are a lot of other videos in live, like I'm doing live streams, and you will find most of my new videos in live, but I also have some videos that were just pre-filmed and they are in videos. So please check both videos and lives, and I hope you'll find a lot of interesting and useful information. Also, please feel free to write me if you want me to film a video discussing specific topic or answer specific questions, I'll be glad to do so. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.